Okay, back on the road again, Older and Bolder 365. We're in the historic town of Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. Just arrived here late in the day. Here in front of me is the John Brown Monument. I'm going to let you look that up in your history of Civil War. This has a Civil War flair to it. It's certainly an older town here in West Virginia, Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. There's a national park here that has the connections with the Civil War. And a train just went through here actually. But you can see how kind of unique this is. Little restaurants, shops, you know, obviously people living here. It's also people commute into work to Washington, D.C. from here. So it has a lot of history here. And if you're ever in this area, it's worth coming by and spending some time here. You can easily spend a half a day here.
Where was the train, honey?
We're going to take a little walk down here because the Appalachian Trail is down this way. And so we're going to take a little walk down here and see if we can pick it up and step upon it. Standing at a great viewing point here in Harper's Ferry National Park, historic park, and I'm scanning down the northern part, or what you call the western part of the Potomac River, which flows all the way down to D.C., District of Columbia in Washington. So if you're down there along the Potomac River, this is where a big part of it flows from. And in the summer, you'll see people boating in like tubes, inner tubes, rafts. A lot of rafting in here in the summer. But right now, that water's pretty damn cold. But what a great scene here. They have a lot of signs explaining it all right here for you. And the Appalachian Trail is right across this bridge. And we're going to go over there and step on that trail. And here you go. We're going towards the Appalachian Trail. If you go to Maine, it's 1,100 miles. Georgia, it's 1,000 miles. And here comes the train right now. There goes Amtrak. You can see the Amtrak train. There it goes. Right along the Appalachian Trail. It's going into Harper's Ferry. That's the sleeper cars on there. So you could be on there, and that's probably coming out of the D.C. area, Baltimore, D.C., and heading out into West Virginia and other parts west. So we're going to head out here now, and this is the bridge across the Potomac.
What's written on that rock up there?
Yeah, there's a big old sign from years ago advertising something.
Yeah.
It was like etched into the mountain.
How cool is that?
And we're walking along here.
The scenery.
People sometimes will put locks on here to commemorate them being here.
Look at this beautiful scenery.
You can see how beautiful it is along here. Now, how these people, you can get the locks on there pretty easy because you can just reach over here and put a lock on. Okay, that's what people do. You put the lock on here. Now, how do you do these right here, right there? How do you put those on? Because that's not reachable, not the way I reach. So some of these guys had to climb out here on these. How would you get them up there? I mean, my reach is like this. You can't. They had to climb out there on this railing or something to get those out there. That's very interesting. Liz is getting a little shaky, feeling a little weird. And here's one. Check this one out right there on the edge there. Right there. How would you get those out there? You'd have to climb from above. In fact, there's some laying down there. You can see them laying down there. You might be able to see them right there, laying down there. They didn't make it. Here's some more. You had to do some dangerous shit to get this done. There's some in there, and there's some right out here. And that's out a ways from this pole here, you can see. Very interesting. So we're downtown now, what they call lower downtown. And they have speeches and lectures down here. This weekend, Memorial Day weekend, it would have been packed down here. So you can see today, which is a Wednesday, there is nobody here, which is good for us. The important things too is right down there in lower town, across from the wagons and near the provost marshal's office, you will find the Industrial Museum, but more importantly, you will find the restrooms right there. Public restrooms, nice and clean and free. They have various shops here, museums to show you. And Liz is an expert on making of muskets, because this was an armory and the site of the infamous John Brown raid on this U.S. arsenal, where he was an abolitionist and he tried to take all these weapons, and he was ousted by Robert E. Lee, who was a commander in the United States Army at the time. A lot of people forget he was a graduate of West Point along with Ulysses S. Grant. But when the Civil War broke out, Lee went back to his homeland, which was basically Virginia, and he became commander of the Confederacy. And a lot of people don't realize that, and they should. Now you can, if you get here earlier in the day, you can go through the National Park area. They're going to charge you $20 to get into the parking area for the park. Or if you have a senior National Park pass, you can do it for free. But we parked in town on the mobile. They have mobile pass. What is that? Mobile app parking, mobile park, and 2 hours for $6, which is a pretty good deal. Yeah, this is a really nice place to visit. Difficult on weekends, holidays, you would never come here. The summer, they get quite crowded. You do want to get here earlier in the day. You definitely, I'm not sure this is a place for children that much, but they can enjoy it as well. Now, they've also had some massive floods here, and they have, a lot of devastation here in Harpers Ferry, and you can see the flood ladder of how high it came, 1902. I'm going to get back a little bit, give you some perspective, and you can see how high these floods have gotten over the years, all the way up to 1936, when it was well above almost the entire building here. So this Potomac River can get quite high. They have ghost tours here. There have been active ghost investigations here in some of the stores. So a lot going on here. Very quiet here today, but that's good for us. Here's an old U.S. Army, commemorative for the armory, because this was an armory where they made ammunition, where they made rifles, and this is what John Brown attacked to try to capture those. But he was defeated. You can look that up in your history books. Liz going down an alley. Okay, we're just walking up the street now, in the middle of the street. It's absolutely deserted here. So We're just gonna walk up the middle of the street here for a minute.
That's the Appalachian. Hey, you're halfway to Maine.
There you go. Another 1,000 miles.
Look at this, how cool.
And a lot of these offices are like museum offices, showing you what it would have been like back in the day. Yeah, it's pretty quiet here. I'm not sure, yeah. At this time, yeah, we're gonna go up here a little ways, and then we're going to hop in our car. Yeah, unless you want ice cream. This is probably not the right now to eat here. It's probably not the best thing to do. Now it is a little touristy. Yeah, yeah, and a lot of little gift stores, ice cream stores, you know, and I don't think they got some Airbnb. They got B&Bs here, bed and breakfast here. You know, this is one of the places where I think they had the ghost investigation. I think, you know. Yeah, yeah. I think.
People are renovating for some.
Yeah, I want to head towards. We'll find something out of town. I think that's the best play for us.
Oh, it's cute how they have all these.
Yeah. We're gonna go up here and go down these stairs. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go down there. Yeah.
There's a train.
Yeah, we want to go down here.
Yeah, we just
You get all the way down there?
Does this take us all the way down?
I don't think so. We're gonna have to go back down here.
Okay.
We'll go back down. We'll go back down the street. Yeah, it's kind of small. Yeah. Okay. Now we're heading back downtown.
There's our car.
Yeah, there's our car down there. There's the train station, which is an active. Yeah, now let me tell a story here. A lot of those people work in D.C. They work in D.C.
They're getting in there.
and they're getting in their car, and they're going home for the evening instead of driving into D.C., which is a disaster. I have a lot of experience with that. So they pay an annual fee or a monthly fee, and that's what they do. Okay, I know that was a quick tour of Harper's Ferry, but if you're out in this area, it's worth coming by, spending 2 or 3 hours, but avoid those times I told you about. We're going to hit our car here and head out of town and head more into Northern Virginia and try to find something to eat. See you later.